I will do anything to make him stop getting in my way and marry me instead. Rune Factory Guardians of Azuma is Marvelous' next big hit. It is a cozy life sim and slow life RPG where we can farm, fight, build entire villages, and get married too. And everything we come across is full of Japanese charm. As a major Rune Factory fan, I couldn't be more thrilled to dive into it a bit early. So thank you so much, Marvelous Europe, for noticing me and granting me an early copy. These are my very first impressions, so I really hope you enjoy it and maybe learn something new about the game. I am so excited to play this game that I have been waiting for literal years. I stop at the title screen and take in the pretty Japanese-style music before I dive into my adventure. I select a new game and I'm immediately brought to the character selection. I can either play as Subaru or Kaguya. Both look wonderful. I love their character designs. But for immersion, I am planning to play as Kaguya so that I can romance Subaru later. Because I have read they are actually childhood friends and I simply love this trope. I also choose the default name because I like it that way. I set my birthday and check the calendar to see that we get 30 days per season. And no, my actual birthday is not on the 9th. It is in autumn though. This is also where I get to pick my difficulty level for battles. I often like to focus on the story, but this time I am really curious to see what the intended experience is, so I run with balanced. And then I get thrown into the first intro scene. It is absolutely gorgeous, and it looks like a pretty fierce fight. I have seen bits of it in many of the trailers, and it already shows me that for some reason my dear Subaru dares to oppose me, which makes us rivals. But don't worry Subaru, I will find a way to make you get together with me. That is obviously my first biggest concern, aside from the huge black and white dragons that we are riding, who also seem to be talking to us. But the scene ends very quickly as I am waking up from what seemed like a dream all along. So I wonder if that means I can see future events before they happen. I guess we will find out later. So I have overslept and I am told to hurry up by a girl outside. Obviously, the first thing to do instead is to inspect my surroundings and the beautiful Japanese interiors. And yes, I tried jumping and stepping on a tatami platform only to realize that I can't. Remember, it is bad to step onto a tatami floor with your shoes. There are also drums and a dragon altar in this house, but I guess the weirdest part about this room is this massive hole in the roof. I'm also very happy to immediately spot my wardrobe, where I can change my outfits as I obtain more things to wear. For now, I can only show off Kaguya's default outfit to you, but I will show you other ones later on the channel. I then discover the quest menu and a tutorial that tells me all the obvious things, but it is still nice to know that villager requests also show up here and that all quests are trackable. The quest log too tells me to hurry up, but instead I check out the Bestiary, where all enemies I encounter will be recorded and they can be sorted by location as well. And we have another section called Seals of Approval, which seem to be accomplishments and are probably identical with the Steam achievements. Before I head out, I also cannot help but try to swing my default weapon. And then I finally meet our first romance candidate, Iroha, the tea house owner. The intro cutscene is honestly so lovely, and both her voice and the animations are great together. We learn that Iroha is a clean freak and a hardworking person, which is why I have to follow her example and I am given a broom to sweep the floor. This is somehow not what I expected my very first task to be, but thanks to it, I also learn that this spring village must be in shambles. Iroha says that it has been half a year since I crashed here. I mean, literally through the roof. And she welcomes my company since other villagers have been moving away from this place. I take the time to check my menu again and I discover that we get such extensive profiles for our characters. This gets me even more excited than I already was. Aside from confirming our current bond level, we can learn about their likes, dislikes, and even concerns here. And as we level up our bond, each character will also learn new battle skills. I realize by coincidence that we can also hide our menu UI, which means that we can take pictures anywhere we go, and I really love that feature, even when it's kept very simple. But I seriously need to get back to the task and talk to Iroha. Iroha mentions that a god is watching over the shrine, but she can't really remember what their name was. I guess it must have been Moko-Something. So I receive my first sacred treasure, the plum branch, that I equip from my tool wheel, and I am told to perform my ritual dance in front of the shrine. Great god of the dragon shrine, Moko-Something, may your divine glory shine forth and bless us all forevermore. Turns out, our Moko-Something shrine is a safe statue that we can use to save our progress anytime. Suzu-chan, Iroha's little sister, is delivering our lunch bento, and the two of them are so cute together. This is where I realize Iroha has a big heart for children and is a super caring person. I thought I liked Subaru, but here I am falling for the first bachelorette I meet. I also get the option to share my lunch with Suzu-chan, who looks pretty hungry, and how dare you, Kaguya, even suggest that I would let her starve. So I end up giving her half of my bento. I then meet Sakaki-san, who wants us to see someone off, and he gives me a first introduction to the Spring Village. Apparently, it's been 50 years since the celestial collapse, which left this place in ruins and all nature to wither away. Even the big sacred tree hasn't been blooming in forever, but I am sure I will do something about this soon. According to Sakaki-san, this is all happening because of the beautiful buxom deity in charge that has left this place. Oh yeah, Suzu-chan, please don't ask me what buxom means. I am just as innocent as you are, I promise. Anyways, we are seeing Yae-san off, who is leaving the village for good, and we are all praying to the sacred tree, hoping that it may be blooming again one day. I cannot resist Iroha's sparkly eyes as she says she wants to be the one revitalizing the village, and she really fires me up to try my best too. Suzu-chan tells me that she saw a strange fluffy and white creature, and I immediately know it must be a woolly sheep, so we start looking for it together. But first I get distracted and talk to several NPCs while I'm at it. Iroha apologizes to me that Suzu-chan's attention span is short, but so is mine, and I feel slightly attacked. I try to take shortcuts on the way and test out the hard way whether there is fall damage in this game, but luckily there is none, or maybe I just didn't fall hard enough. We can't find the fluffy creature after all, so we decide to call it a day and go to bed. If we stay up too late, it will make us sleepy and start draining our HP. I have yet another dream about the beautiful buxom deity, and she asks me to use her kamiwaza, divine powers, since her own powers are all used up, and I am given the sacred drum. I wake up to the sight of a fluffy white creature that tells me I am rude for calling them fluffy and white. And apparently we have been allies all along. I just happen to have lost my memory. Not a surprise in this universe at least. I call the fluffy creature Woolby, but the Japanese voice acting tells me it's Mokoron in Japanese, which sounds super cute. So I just run with it, even when they seem to hate their new nickname. I also ignore all their talk about being a dragon descendant of someone probably important. And our conversation gets interrupted as the feared black dragon attacks the village. I already know it's my future husband Subaru behind it all because I have seen it in my dreams, and I will do anything to make him stop getting in my way and marry me instead. But suddenly, we are aided by unexpected allies who arrive on a skyship. This gives me major Rune Factory 4 and 5 vibes. I am so touched to see Hina return alongside Mauro, who seems to be related to the Saint Kokio family. This scene is honestly so epic that I am getting emotional again. But there is no time for that. I have to tell them that the dragon's weak spot is their horns, as I saw it in my dream. And together we fight off the black dragon for now. I am already mesmerized by Mauro's intro. He does seem like a jokester, but he also has Kajiyuki's voice, so I cannot resist it. Also, Hina is an archaeologist and she is so beautiful. Sakaki-san says we have to cut down the rotting sacred tree, but don't worry, I have seen the solution to this problem in my dreams. And I am definitely not crazy for seeing things, so I'm just telling them that I am the right woman for this job. And this is where I get to use the sacred drum for the first time to revive the dead trees in the village. This action costs RP, by the way, and while these points regenerate over time, I can also eat food to replenish them. And there are so many skill nodes to unlock for my drum. So let's unlock the shockwave skill to send my enemies flying. As I finally perform my sacred dance in front of the guardian tree, Ulalaka, the beautiful goddess of spring, finally appears. Her toenails are on fleek and her speech is so elegant. Sakaki-san can't believe his eyes since he thought the goddess had been long gone. But Ulalaka says she has seen how dearly Sakaki-san has been caring for this village all these years, to which he bows deeply. Ulalaka-sama puts all her hopes into me and that I will save Azuma from the blight as an earth dancer. So I humbly express that I will do the very best I can. Honestly, can you all stop being so wholesome and cute? I really need a break right now. So how did you enjoy the intro of the game and what are you looking forward to the most? And don't forget that I will be back for more, so please consider subscribing. But that's it from me. Have a wonderful day and take care. And many thanks to our members who play a major part in shaping our lovely community. I appreciate you a lot. Thank you so much, dear Danny, MJ, Tai, Liana, Faye, and Mandy.